morning and welcome to this morning meeting. But we are seeing that yesterday again all international markets saw sharp decline, and today also we are seeing that the Asian markets are seeing some pressures. Again driven by the Russia and Ukraine conflict, and US is putting up a lot of sanctions, and against that a lot of commodity prices are also moving up very sharply. So in all, putting up a lot of pressures on the economy, and a lot of risk of trade are happening at current point of time. The key movement was seen in commodities, wherein crude oil went up by almost around $10 in last yesterday, and that was mainly driven by again this war between Russia and Ukraine, and US is indicating that they are not ruling out any restriction on import of crude oil and gas from Russia. So that has taken the oil up by around 10%. And the aluminum we see is up by around 1.5% in last 2 days. And iron ore is up by around 7% in last 2 days. And steel is up by around 6% in last 2 days. Even coal, that is the key energy driven, has moved up very sharply in last 2 days. The international coal prices has moved up from around $229 on Friday to now at around $300. So almost up by around 30% in last 2 days. So that will have a lot of cost push to all these metal or other commodity manufacturing, or energy cost will move up sharply. So though this is this may be a short-lived event which may settle in few weeks, but in between it is creating a lot of knee-jerk reactions on account of this. And like coal, international coal, which is generally been imported by CC steel companies or metal company, are trying to pass it on the prices, but commodity like steel and all, which is consumed domestically, and prices are driven by domestic, and which are using international coal, can get impacted a lot more sharply than the other player. So overall scene looks quite dicey, and quite volatility may be seen in the market based on event every hour. So need to be careful in the market. And one more thing is that even the sugar prices has moved up in the international market from around $17.7 to almost $18.4. So this can help sugar companies because they are nothing domestic or international fuel prices are being used for them, and they have some pending export target for the current year, which can be pushed into the international market with these higher prices. So that can benefit sugar companies in the coming period. Now I'll request technical team to take up from here.
Yes, thank you. So good morning, all of you. This is Swati. Today, looking towards the Asian market, we believe that the Nifty is likely to open with a gap down almost by 180 to 190 points, which means that the Nifty might get open at 16,540, 530 levels on the downside. On the Monday itself, we have said that this pullback rally is likely to be a short-lived, and 16,800 will act as a crucial resistance levels. We are witnessing same thing that we have seen on the Monday, that 16,815 was the high, but it fails to break that level on the closing basis. Now today 16,500 will act as an immediate support level. If Nifty maintains a closing above 16,500, then again pullback rally can be seen up to 800. But if it's not, then definitely the selling pressure is likely to be intensified, which Nifty might retest again 16,200 levels on the downside. So the overall view will remain a cautious itself. For today intraday purpose, 16,500 will be the first support level. Below that level, 16,400 and 16,370 is the important support level on. Whereas on higher side, 16,620 will be the first resistance. Above that level, 16,700 levels can be seen. Coming towards the Bank Nifty is facing a very strong resistance of a gap down, which has been we have seen a gap down on the 24th of Feb. So that gap down will act as a resistance zones, which comes to at around 36,700 level. So for the today intraday purpose, the first support will be placed at 35,800. Below that level, 35,500 levels can be seen. Whereas on higher side, 36,200 will be the first resistance. Above that level, 36,500 levels can be seen on the Bank Nifty. Coming towards the Nifty Finance for today intraday purpose, 16,400 is the first support level. Below that level, 16,280, 16,200 levels can be seen. Whereas on downside, upper side, 16,640 is the first resistance. Above that level, 16,700, 740 levels can be seen. The overall view on the market will remain a cautious also as long as Nifty trades below the mentioned resistance levels. Today, we are not initiating any pre-market call. Let the market support downs settle down at the support levels. Once the trend will get clear for the intraday, then we will definitely initiate a calls as per the trend of the market. I think that's it from my end. I request Nirav to take a call forward.
Yeah, thank you, Swati. See, on the derivative front, again, now with these developments, it is very difficult to really pick what is going to happen for today. But, the data is still suggesting we should broadly, for this week, save the 16,500 levels. We might just retest the lows of 16,200 odd levels, but overall 16,500 is the support area and it should hold for some time. Open interest has risen a bit in the last trading session, and in the last trading session we had seen a positive close, so there were some longs being built. So yes, some liquidation can happen, but it should be done in the first half an hour of trade, and probably will settle then. Overall, I don't think there is any need to panic or worry at this point of time. Yes, 16,500 on the downside and about 17,000 and 17,500 on the upside. This should be the broad range for Nifty for quite some time. The VIX has risen, so whenever such war happens, the VIX generally rises. Also, we have election results coming in, so VIX was supposed to rise as well. So overall, it will remain elevated for the next few days, at least 5-7 days from today. So we should expect a VIX in between 25 and 30 levels going forward. 30 is the top, and it can probably come down from there. PCR is at comfortable levels as well, so nothing to worry from there as well. However, best is hedging some positions. So if you have any position in the FNO market on the stock specific front, you can hedge it with selling Nifty of the amount of what you are holding. So that would be the right thing to do. From the stock specific front, ONGC seems to be the stock which has witnessed a lot of short covering, and it can probably witness good buying going forward. So ONGC is one stock which can actually witness some buying. Coal India also looks pretty good. Coal India has seen some good accumulation, and it can witness some amount of buying going forward as well. Also, other stocks which can witness selling are Biocon, Bata India, some stocks which have really moved up, in the metal space like Hindalco. They're very high on open interest, so probably they'll open up, but some amount of selling can come in from resistance levels of 590, 600 odd. So look out for the same. If you're holding positions, you can book profits there. So that's about it from my side. I'd like to ask the fundamental team to take over, please.
Good morning. The auto numbers for February month were declared yesterday. Most of the numbers remained soft. Maruti posted flattish numbers year on year. Total sales was at 1,64,000 units. Although in this financial year, this is the highest number posted by the company, which tells us that there is some improvement in chip supplies. If we further dissect this number, then domestic sales were down 7%, while exports have doubled, and thus the overall number we see as flattish. Both commercial vehicle players posted inline numbers. Ashok Leyland sales grew by 7%, Tata Motors by 11%. Growth was led by MHCVs, which grew by between 20 to 25%, which was healthy growth, while the LCVs declined by around 10 odd percent. TVS and Royal Enfield posted inline numbers. Sales declined by 5% and 15% respectively. While Hero Moto sales declined by almost 30% against expectation of a decline of 12%. So this was a big decline here. Similarly, tractor sales declined by more than expectations. Escorts was down 45%. M&M tractor sales was down 27%. So the trend of weaker rural economy compared to urban economy has now been consistently visible, as we see all rural heavy OEMs posting declining numbers such as tractors as well as Hero Moto. With continuing price inflation, we think overall demand will remain subdued in the near term, except for the CV segment. In another news, Varun Beverages will enter into agreement to manufacture Kurkure Puffcorn for PepsiCo India as part of their network of co-packers. So this news is positive for the company. And Sterlite Technologies has announced a collaboration with Analog Devices Inc. To develop 5G open radio units. Adoption of 5G shall create good demand for small cell radios. So this is a long-term positive. Thank you. That's all from my side.
Good morning, everyone. Mahindra Logistics is to buy a 60% stake in a tech-enabled last-mile delivery logistics company named Wizard for rupees 71 crores. Company's growth strategy, and this transaction will help Mahindra Logistics to accelerate the addition of technology, geographical coverage, and operational capabilities. FY21 sales for Wizard stood at rupees 88 crores, which was up to 255% over FY CAGR over FY19 to 21. This is long-term positive to Mahindra Logistics. Thank you.
Yeah, I'll take up that. The Coal India production has come, and the productions were neutral. It is more or less similar to what it came in the last year and even in the last month. So nothing so great impact, but anyhow, we are seeing very sharp increase in coal prices internationally. So that can have some positive impact on Coal India in today's trade. Apart from that, MOIL has increased the prices of manganese ore by almost around 15% month on month, and that is more to be driven by the spot prices, and that will have a benefit, a positive impact on MOIL India. Apart from that, Tanla Solution has announced tie-up with Truecaller for their Wisely CPaaS platform to be sold to business messaging, and that can act as positive for Tanla Solutions. Apart from that, the finance minister has said that the LIC IPO, if required, may be deferred for next year. May not come up immediately, considering the scenario in the international market for the equity, and this can have some negative impact on the spending of government on different infrastructures. That can have negative impact on the company related to that, mainly because of higher amount of money that it was supposed to raise of anywhere between 60,000 to 75,000. So that much amount will further be remain deficit, and the deficit will increase on that account. To curtail that, government might reduce the spending in the last month of the financial year. Then Prestige Estate has announced sale of 51% of their interest in one of the commercial property to be sold to Canadian investment fund. So that is the enterprise value of around 1,900 crores. So that can have some positive impact on the overall Prestige Estate. So that's all from us. Thank you very much and have a good day.
Subscribe to our YouTube channel for in-depth interviews of India Inc. and press the bell icon so that you do not miss our updates.